else on the internet, and I love it. So my biological dad is really and he's on reality TV talking about having another baby, and so I've been on here just telling everybody the truth. Like, what questions do y'all have? I'll answer all of them. I'm in my tell-it-all era, and I don't feel like I'm slowing down. I'm so tired of it. He's never been there my whole life, right? Specifically, the last 20 years, I've seen him one time. He's got 4 grandkids that he's never met. They're the oldest two are 13. They're 13, 5, and 3. He's never met them. And he's all, oh, we'll try for a boy. And he said, she thinks it'll bring us closer together, but it won't. It's not gonna. Because they had me, he left. They had my sister, he left. They had my youngest sister, he stayed a little while, then he left. Short answer, because he's a grade A. Long answer, I have no idea. Because as a parent myself, I could never ever imagine walking out on my children who needed me and loved me. And then just pretending like they didn't exist, or having grandkids and pretending like they didn't exist, to the point of wouldn't add me back on Facebook. You know what I mean? And I'm fine. I'm over it. We're talking about Ken from Plathway, by the way, context. Anyways, so I'm over it. I'm fine. You know what I mean? It's been the last 20 years of my life. It was even before that. I only saw him like once a year. But true answer, honest answer, I have no idea. Okay, so my mom and Ken were married until I was about 4. So also by the time that I turned 4, my sister was born. So you do what you want with that information. My next youngest sister, there's 3 of us. So they got divorced, and then me and my mom moved back to Arkansas because that's where she was from. And you would think, like, okay, well, he wasn't able to see you as much. Like, totally understandable, blah, 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 blah. But, except for the fact that he worked for Delta. So he was an airplane mechanic for Delta. And I don't know how it is now, but back then you could get, like, you could fly standby or whatever. It was basically like vouchers. You could fly for free. So, I saw him a little bit after that. You know, he would fly down and get me, and I'd go back with him, whatever. And that slowly not very slowly, turned into where I'd see him like twice a year, and then once a year, and then not at all. And then I've seen him like once in the last 20 years, despite him not being that far. So I understand we live in different states and stuff, but he lives like 8 hours away. Like, no big deal. And in 13 years has not had the time to go that 8 hours to meet his grandkids. He has 4 grandkids. And 13 years ago, I had a baby, and he called and cussed me about it, but never came to meet him. Look, I told y'all that's where he's going to go with it next. That's why I said that I was spilling my own tea before anybody else ever could, because I did go to prison. I did do all that. But you want to know something so funny? So I'm 32 years old. He does not know how old I am because it's a big joke. So my birthday cake has said 29 every year for like the last 3 years. Ever since I was 29, right? And that's the last picture that I posted of a birthday cake said 29. And so I guess he searched that, and that's where he got his information, because 23 in 2020 does not equal 32 in 2026. That's not how math works. That's not how math works. I just think it's so funny. I think it's so funny. And I feel like, would I lie about something that I'm literally ashamed of? You know what I mean? But that's why I've been telling my own bullshit before it can come out, because I feel like you ain't got a leg to stand on. But you can keep trying. I think it's great, but you know what he hasn't done? He hasn't contacted me, and he hasn't contacted his grandkids that he's never met. He hasn't done any of the things except for look up when my last birthday cake, what number it had on it, and then be wrong on the internet.